I think we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you everybody for coming. I think this week we're going to start with some neck rotations and a basic stretch of our back. We're not really doing anything that we need to warm up for today, but a lot of us carry a lot of tension in our neck and shoulders, and so I think it'll feel good just to kind of release that, try to release some tension there before we get started. So just set somewhere comfortable. Don't even have to be cross-legged really, just however feels good. We're going to start by dropping our right ear down towards our shoulder. And you want to just leave the shoulder hanging and let gravity pull your ear naturally down to your shoulder. You should feel a good stretch all of the left side of your neck here. Just take a couple breaths here. Then we're going to roll the neck down to where we're kind of staring at our nipple, and tuck the chin close to the chest and feel a stretch all the way down the back of your left shoulder, pretty far down into your back. Now we're going to roll the neck forward, chin against our chest. Feel the stretch in the back of the neck. Try to keep your back straight. And roll the neck to the other side. You're looking diagonally down, maybe at your knee, tucking your chin to your chest. Feeling the stretch along the right side of the neck and shoulder, down the right side of the back. And then drop your left ear down towards your left shoulder. Back to center. Now we're going to take our arms up over our head, and then on an exhale, just lean down towards the right until you feel a stretch in your left side body. You could bring the right arm down to the mat or not, whatever feels good really. Just stretch out that left side for a second. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, bend to the other side. Inhale to center. Just bring your arms back down to your lap. Now we're just going to do a little seated cat-cow. So just rest your hands on your knees, and then inhale and arch your back, roll your shoulders back and look up. Feel the little back bend there. And then bring everything forward. Drop your chin to your chest and round your back. Then back to center. So today we're going to be doing about a 45-minute to an hour class, and we're not going to be doing a bunch of different poses, but we're going to hold the poses that we do for a little bit longer. That's going to allow us to stretch deep into the connective tissue, and also to really bring a focus to our breath and forming a breath-body connection. So we're going to begin today in crocodile pose. I want you to just lay on your belly with your legs straight out behind you. And then you might make a pillow for your head with your arms. You could also use an actual pillow. And you can turn your head down to the side, or you can face down, whatever feels the most comfortable for you. And we're going to take a few minutes here. And I want you to become aware of your breathing. I don't want you to try to change anything right now. Just bring an awareness to your breath and where the air is entering and leaving your nose. And maybe you notice the air coming in is a little bit cooler. Maybe the air coming out is a little warmer. Notice where the air touches the top of your lip. Now, when you're breathing, you should feel your belly expand on your inhales, gently lifting you off the ground, and then on the exhales, gently lowering you back down to the mat. Sometimes we can get into the habit of breathing more shallow from the chest rather from the belly. And what that looks like is that on your inhales, your belly actually sinks in, and on your exhales, your belly expands out. And that just means that you're breathing through your chest rather than through your diaphragm. And it's a shallower kind of breathing. And while it's fine, it's getting the job done, it's really not ideal. And if we shift to breathing from the belly, we're going to feel a lot more relaxed. And we're also going to be training that diaphragm, which is a muscle. And that increases our lung capacity. Now I want you to start to slow your breath down and focus on breathing slowly in through your nose, feeling your belly expand, lift you up off the mat, slowly releasing out through your nose, feeling everything drop back down. Everything begins with the breath. What we're doing here today, the postures and the poses, really the specifics of those don't matter very much. All we're trying to do is create a sensation in the body that we can use to clear away everything else and be a point of focus. So everything else falls away, and it's the sensation that we're creating in our body with the stretches and our breath. And in everything we're doing today, it's not really important that you look like me in the pose, or that you're doing it exactly like I'm doing it, or even that you're doing it exactly like I'm describing it. I'm going to ask you to trust yourself and do only what feels good to you. I will never ask you to do something that hurts, and nothing should feel very uncomfortable or make you feel weird. So you don't have to worry about what it looks like. You only have to worry about creating a sensation that you can feel and focus on. And that's going to look very different for all of us. And if any of the poses that I show you today don't feel good to you, I'm going to urge you not to do those and go back to one that does feel good, or just come back to crocodile. Honestly, you could do this whole class in crocodile pose and get just as much from it. We intuitively know how important the breath is. We know that when we're freaking out, that we should take a deep breath to calm down. We know that when we get nervous, our heart races and our breathing rate increases and our mouth goes dry. But what we forget is that the autonomic nervous system is a two-way street, and we can influence it the other way as well. Just like our brain can send our body a signal to tell us to breathe faster and make our heart beat faster when it senses that we're in danger, we can use our breath to send our brain signals to tell it that everything is actually fine. Our brain cannot really tell the difference between a predator trying to eat us and our boss yelling at us, but we can, and we can send the signals to our brain to let it know. We're going to take a couple more minutes here, and I want you to just really focus on your breath, breathing slowly in and out of your nose, feeling your belly expand on your inhales, and gently lift you up off the mat, and on the exhales, dropping you back down and releasing to the ground. And if you get distracted or you find your mind wandering, just say to yourself, thinking, and let your focus return back to the breath. Or you could say to yourself, hearing or feeling, and let your focus return back to the breath. You don't have to try to clear your mind. You don't have to do anything complicated. All you have to do is focus on your breath, think in, out, feel your belly rise and fall. And if you start to feel your mind wander, just say to yourself, thinking, just notice it. Don't worry about it. And then let your focus go back to your breath. Now we're going to move into a variation of resting half frog. So I want you to leave your head or turn your head to the right and bring your right knee up about parallel with your hip. You can cactus your arms out to your side or make a pillow with your hands, whatever feels good. And again, you're just looking to get to the point where you feel a little bit of sensation in the inside of your right thigh. We'll just take a few breaths here. Inhale, feel your belly expand, lift you up off the mat. Exhale, release everything back down to the ground. Notice how you can feel your breath, not just in your belly, but in the top of your left leg, through your right thigh. And on your next exhale, bring that right leg back down to center. Inhale, turn your head to the left. Exhale, bring your left leg up. And take a few breaths on this side. And on your next exhale, bring the left leg back down to center. Now we're going to move into Sphinx pose. So you're going to look straight ahead, bring your forearms out in front of you, and then lift yourself up into a tiny back bend. Roll your shoulders back, and just look ahead of you. Take a couple of breaths here. Inhale and feel your belly expand and make contact with the ground. Exhale and feel everything dropping back down. Feel your breath moving through the tops of your legs, through your lower back. Exhale and release back down. Now we're going to push up and come into a sitting position. Come into staff with our legs straight out in front of us. Sit up straight. We're going to do a half butterfly. So I want you to take the right foot, pull that in towards you to where it's pressing against your left leg, wherever feels good here. And then take your left leg and send it out wide. And again, we're not looking for any crazy stretch, just until you start to feel something in that left inner thigh. And then you're gonna inhale, set up straight. Keep your butt cheeks both on the floor if you can. And then on the exhale, use your hands to walk yourself forward. And try to keep your back straight. Think about dropping your chest first. You might be with your palms on the ground. You might rest your forearms on the ground or maybe your forehead. You could also bring a rolled up blanket or a pillow and rest on that here. You relax your head and neck. We'll take a few breaths here. Breathing fully in through our nose, feeling our belly expand. Gently exhaling, releasing everything. Relax that left knee. Relax the right leg. Feel your breath moving through the insides of your thighs, maybe around to your lower back. On your next exhale, use your hands to slowly walk yourself back up. We're going to bring that left foot back in and send the right leg out wide. Again, we're just going until you feel a little bit of a stretch now in the right side inner portion of your leg. Inhale, lengthen your back, maybe drop your chin a little. And on the exhale, begin to use your hands to walk yourself forward. Relax your head and neck. Just breathe here.
Inhale, feel your breath move through your right thigh. Exhale, feel everything release. And on your next exhale,
begin to push yourself back up slowly to a seated position. Now we're going to bring the right leg back in towards us. Keep our feet together, but push the legs out in front of you until you get to a spot that's a little bit further out, but that still feels comfortable. And we're going to do another forward fold into a full butterfly this time. So the same thing, we're going to inhale, find length in our back, and on the exhale, slowly start to fold forward. Trying to keep our backs straight. You might bring a pillow here on your feet. You might have your hands on the mat with your palms down. You might make a pillow on your feet for your head. Whatever feels good. Relax your head and neck, and we're going to take a few breaths here. Inhale and feel your belly expand. Feel your breath moving through your belly and into the inner thighs. Feel it moving around your lower back. Feel how your breath animates your whole body. Just a couple more breaths here. And on your next exhale, use your hands to slowly walk yourself back up. Now we're going to bring the knees together and lay down on the ground for a reclining bound angle. From here, you want to bring the soles of your feet back together and then just let your knees fall open wide. If it feels weird to have your knees hanging out, you can put blocks or pillows or rolled up blankets under them to kind of give you support there. You can rest your arms to the side. You can cactus them out. You can stretch them above your head. We're just going to relax and take a few breaths here. Maybe tuck your chin a little bit to lengthen your back. Inhale fully, feel your belly expand. Exhale, let everything release down to the ground. On your next exhale, use your hands to bring your knees back in together. And then send your legs back out long onto the mat. I want you to take your arms and stretch them over your head. We're going to do banana pose. So on an inhale, I want you to take your arms and your legs and bring them in towards each other, just like, you guessed it, a giant human banana. So you want to kind of keep your back straight and try to just move your legs and your arms in and feel that stretch down this whole side of your body. We'll just take a few breaths here. Relax your shoulders. Inhale, feel your breath move all through your side body. Exhale, let everything release. On your next exhale, bring everything back to center. We're going to inhale and turn in towards the left. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Take a few breaths here. On your next exhale, bring everything back to center. Now we're going to slowly rise back up into staff with our legs straight out in front of us, back straight, arms at our side. We're going to do head to knee. So again, we're going to take the right foot and pull it in towards us. But this time, rather than sending the left leg out wide, we're going to keep it straight out in front of us. Going to inhale, center yourself over that left leg, and exhale and begin to fold down forward. And you might reach for your toes, but your hands could be on your calf or your knee, or maybe your palms are on the ground, or you could grab your foot. Try to keep length in your back. Relax your head and neck. Just breathe here. Inhale, feel your belly expand against that left leg. Exhale, sink further in. Relax the arms. Keep a bend in the knee if you need to. Fully in and letting go. And on your next exhale, use your hands to gently walk yourself back up. Send that right foot back out long and bring the left foot in. We'll do the other side. So again, inhale, set up straight, center yourself over the right leg. And on an exhale, begin to fold forward. Expect to feel pretty different on each side. Relax your head and neck. Feel the stretch in the back of your neck and shoulders. And take a few breaths here. Feel your breath moving your whole upper body. And on your next exhale, slowly walk yourself back up. Now send that left leg back out long. We're going to do another forward fold. So inhale, lengthen your back. Exhale, begin to fold yourself forward, reaching towards your toes. Again, you might grab your knees or your calves. Keep your palms on the ground. Definitely bend your knees if that feels good. You could bring a pillow here to rest your head on. Relax your head and your neck and breathe here. Inhale and feel your belly expand against the tops of your thighs. Exhale, feel everything dropping down. On your next exhale, use your hands to walk yourself back up. Now we're going to move into a bound ankle forward fold. So we're going to take the soles of our feet and bring them in together again. But this time we're going to pull them in a little bit closer to our body. You can pull them in as close to yourself as feels comfortable. You should feel it a little bit on the inside of your thighs here, but nothing painful. Again, inhale, find length in your back. Maybe drop your chin a little bit. Exhale and fold yourself forward. And you can place your hands on the mat. Bring your forearms down. You can grab your feet. You could put a pillow here and rest your head, or a pillow in your arms. We're going to relax the neck and head and take a few breaths here.
Inhale and feel your breath moving through your inner thighs and around your lower back. And on your next exhale,
Use your hands to walk yourself back up. Now we're going to move into our peak pose, which is a wide-legged seated forward fold, or Upavita Konasana. So we're going to send both of the legs out wide this time, only as wide as it feels comfortable. We're not doing anything that should hurt or really feel that uncomfortable. You just want to feel a little bit of a stretch in the insides of your thighs. So again, we're going to inhale and find length in our back. And on an exhale, use our hands to walk ourselves forward. You want to relax your head and your neck. We're going to stay in this one for a little bit longer, so I want you to make sure that you're finding a comfortable spot, whether that's resting on your palms or your forearms or bringing a couple of pillows to rest your head on. This pose is not only great for stretching basically the whole lower body, but it's a really good pose to become introspective, kind of turn inward, look at ourselves, calm down, get our shit together. It feels good. Inhale and feel your belly expand. Feel the air moving through the insides of your thighs. Exhale, let everything release back down. It's been shown over and over and over again that deep belly breathing slows our heart rate, lowers our blood pressure, reduces stress and anxiety, and generally just makes us feel better. But it's also a muscle that we're training. And we're also training our minds to know that we can do this type of thing. So we get into a yoga pose. We create a little stress that we have complete control over. We control the level. We control the sensation completely. We create that feeling for ourselves to focus on. We create that little bit of stress, and then we use our breathing to handle it. And then the more that we practice that, the more confident we feel that we can use that in a stressful situation that's outside of our control. And really just knowing that if you get all worked up or if something freaks you out, if you know that you can take a few minutes and lower your heart rate, then that alone is going to go a long way in reducing any anxiety about possibly stressful situations, because you're going to know that you have the tools to deal with it, or at least more tools than you had before. And every day that we practice, we're going to get a little bit better and a little bit stronger and have a little bit better control of ourselves. And there are a lot of things out there to distract us. And there are a lot of things out there intentionally designed to distract us so that we're never at that spot where we have control of ourselves. But we don't have to buy into any of that. Just take a few more breaths here.
And remember, if you find that your mind is wandering, just say to yourself, thinking, and let your focus go back to your breath. Inhale fully in and letting go. Let your body do what it's capable of doing. And on your next exhale,
Use your hands to slowly walk yourself back up. We're going to bring the legs back together. Oh, maybe windshield wiper them a little bit. Just go ahead and lay down on your back. Now we're going to do a reclined pigeon. So both of your feet on the floor and your knees pointing towards the sky. I want you to take your left leg and just put your left foot on your left knee. If that doesn't feel good, you can just hug both of your knees in towards your body, however close as it feels all right. But if this feels okay, go ahead and start lifting the whole thing up and reach behind your thigh and just pull it in towards your body. You should feel a stretch on the inside of your right leg, your left leg. Just relax and take a couple of breaths here. Relax your shoulders down to the ground. Inhaling through your nose and feeling your belly expand. Exhaling, feeling everything drop back down. Then on an exhale, bring both feet back down to the ground, and we'll do the other side. So take the right leg and the right foot, set that on the left knee, and then grab behind your left thigh and bring everything in towards you. And feel that stretch on the inner right leg. Relax your shoulders back down to the ground. Maybe tuck your chin a little. Just take a couple of breaths here. On an exhale, bring both of your feet back down to the mat. And then just go ahead and send your legs back out long. Next, we're going to do a supine side twist. And this week, we're going to do it with one leg. So we'll start with the right leg. Bring the right knee in towards our chest. Then you're going to grab the right knee with your left arm. Turn your face to the right and drop everything down to the left. Send your right arm out to the right. You're going to really feel a stretch in your whole lower and middle back, your whole side body. Just take a couple of breaths here. Relax that left leg. Let your shoulders relax to the ground. Feel your breath moving all through your back. Even into your armpit. On your next exhale, come back to center. Send that right leg back out long. And now we're going to do the other side. So bring the left knee in. Grab it with your right arm. Turn your head to the left and put your left arm out. And drop the knee down to the right. Feel that twist in your lower back, your middle back. Relax everything to the ground. Just breathe. On your next exhale, come back to center and release the left leg back down to the ground. Now I want you to inhale, bring your knees to your chest, pull everything tight, pull everything in as tight as you can or as tight as you want to. And on an exhale, we're going to release everything down in Shavasana. Send your legs out straight in front of you. They can be together or slightly apart. And let your feet just fall open naturally. Keep your arms at your side. You can kind of lift up and tuck your shoulder blades under. Tuck your chin to find length in your back. We'll take a few breaths here. And I'm going to do a little sound scan to help you go through and relax each part of your body and maybe move through each individual part and notice if maybe you're holding a little bit of tension there, you know, you're tensed up and you're not noticing, and then you'll just release it. So I'm going to play a little bell and I'll say the body part. And when I say the body part, you just take notice if you have any tension and try to kind of let it go. Head. Your forehead. Your jaw. Your throat. Your shoulders. Back of your neck. Your chest. Your belly. Your upper back. Your lower back. The tops of your legs. Your calves. your right arm, your right hand, your left hand, your left arm, your right foot, and your left foot. Now I want you to take just a few minutes here and really let yourself focus on the breath, on slow inhales through your nose, feeling your belly expand, slow exhales through your nose, feeling everything release back down into the ground. And when we're done, I'm going to ring the little bell again, so you don't have to worry if you get really relaxed and maybe you doze off a little bit. I will ring the bell and wake you up if that happens. So just take a few minutes here. Remember to just use your labels if you find yourself getting distracted. And let your focus return to your breath. Your belly slowly expanding on your inhales, sinking back in on the exhales. Fully in, letting go. Inhaling and feeling your belly expand, everything lifting up. Exhaling, noticing how everything gently releases back down to the ground. Let that relaxation spread through your body, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, base of your neck, down to your fingers. Letting everything release down to the ground on the exhales. Inhaling fully in and letting go. Now I want you to start to bring some movement back to your body. Wiggle your hands and toes. Roll over on your side. Sit back up. And we're done. Thank you for coming. I really, really appreciate you guys being here. I hope that you come next week. I hope that we can continue going over some breathing stuff. And I know that it's really helped me a lot. Just having the knowledge that when I need to, I can pretty much count on being able to lower my heart rate at least a little bit. It gives me so much more confidence in dealing with stressful situations, and I feel so much more empowered, and I want everybody else to feel that too. So feel free to shoot me any feedback that you have, and I really appreciate you coming. Thank you. Bye, everybody. I'm glad you made it, Amanda.